Good morning. I'm Grandpa Gary, and I just got here, and I got my coffee, and I got the Viper, and I had trouble sleeping last night. I need to get this reverse thrust set up, and so I'm out here early this morning before work. I'm gonna try to get this done. We're gonna do a lap and see if I can activate the reverse thrust and get this thing stopped. Let's do it. All right. So first step will be to get the airplane plugged in. And I better throw my readers on. All right, so now it's bound up. And on my screen, I believe I need to get clear to the last one. Should see Avion program, and that's what it says. And it said in the video tutorial I watched, take them in for like 5 and then out, and now it's in program. And I want to go down to brake type, and I want it in reverse. And now I need to go clear down to still going down. I'm looking for thrust reversed. It's in channel 7, so that's the one I want. Or I believe it is. I was going to put it on where I got throttle cut. So actually I'm not sure, but we'll leave it as channel 7, and I will change it if I need to. The one thing I did miss here is the brake force. So I need the brake force set to, I'm going to set it to 7. There we go, 7. And let's go back up and see if it'll take me to exit. Alright, it's going to make me go all the way down through. Exit was saved. There we go. Should be saving my settings for the Avian speed controller. Now, since I wasn't exactly sure on the channel, I'm looking for so I'm gonna go ahead and unplug it, and I'm gonna go into model setup, and I want channel assign. Switch B is what it's got, and I'm gonna change channel 7 to switch H, and then we'll just go back to the front screen. And one thing I do need to do, I don't want that. Go into model adjust throttle cut, and I'm gonna set this to inhibit. So now I won't have throttle cut anymore, and that's important because I don't want, when I'm trying to do reverse thrust, I don't want it to the throttle not to work. So All right, let's hook the power back up. And it only cycled one time, so there's no safe. And we'll make sure this doesn't blow my coffee off the tailgate here. All right, forward thrust. And that did not. There's reverse thrust. So if you don't start with it in forward thrust, it still did forward thrust. So I'm not sure about that, but so now when I push out on the stick, it's in reverse thrust. And when I pull in, it's in forward thrust. And I actually want it the other way around. So I'm gonna go into my channels, into my servo setup, and I'm gonna reverse aux 2. And let's back to the main screen. And when I pull it in, there's reverse thrust. All right, so let's throw the canopy on. There we go. I'll take these readers off. I'm like, why does that look blurry? I got my readers on. All right, we'll go one click on the flaps for the takeoff. Cut it back to 3/4 throttle as I bring it around. And somebody said I need to get my altitude a little bit lower on this back leg, but and people reminded me that I stalled this thing turning. I'm well aware. There we go, reverse thrust. Oh, well, it messed up the gear, but it worked. We got it stopped. Oh, I broke something. All right, let's take a quick look at what I did. So I brought it in a little bit hot. Should have probably just took it around. And you need it on the ground all the way before you reverse the thrust. And I was so, had my mind set on getting that reverse thrust set, that I was fully thinking that I had to do it, and I didn't have to. I could have took it back around, but it looks like the right side landing gear is broke off, or just broke and folded under. Nose cone popped off. So the actual retract motor is broke here, so we won't get another try today, but the reverse thrust worked. You know what that is holding? So probably bad judgment here, but I'm going to try it again. I want to see it. Oh, we're still on reverse thrust. It felt like it locked into place, so I'm just going to have to make sure I butter this landing a little better. We're I can't believe I'm doing this. All right. We're going to try it one more time. We're going to make sure that we bring it in nice. I can't be overshooting the landing a big time. Need to get it touched down way earlier. So we're not going to commit to a landing, because if I bring it in a little sketchy, I'm definitely going to fold that landing gear again. All right, I put in one. Everything feels like it's working right. One click on the flaps. Whoop. Got worried about them trees there at the last second. This time we're gonna make a lap just to kind of feel it out a little better on this turn. That was way too short for trying a landing. So let's take it on out a little farther. And I'm gonna go ahead and go full on the flaps. Holding a lot of upstick. Now I'm way too deep. Let's try this again. There we go. Dead stick right now. That was a lot of reverse thrust, but it's got it stopped, and that was the goal. Since it worked, we're going to try it one more time. Turning off. Going to one click on the flaps again. That wind is actually coming out of that direction. But I can't turn and look in the sun for my approach, so we're going to keep going with this cross. Super, super high, so we're going to make a lap. And then about the time I cross over the church here, I'll go to full flaps right there. Slowly bringing it down, about half throttle. Trying to keep it out there a little ways this time again. A little bit deep in my turn. Too long, even for that reverse thrust. So let's take it around. I did lift off with full flaps on. Trying not to speed up as I bring it around. Too close. Let's take it out around again. Luckily, since I'm just practicing this, I have plenty of battery. There we go. I got it out there a little ways. A little bit hot through that turn, but here we go. Sinking in nicely. And I was turning to make sure that I didn't, because there is a step there. Somebody was saying about there being a relaxed spot in the curb, and there is. I can't see it from here. So a little bit better. You know, I feel like if I practice this enough, I'll get it. Back to one click on the flaps. Let's try this one more time. My timer's starting to do the countdown, so my 3.5 minutes are up, I guess. I started to bank that turn too early. I am not in full flap, so we're going to make a circle. All right, full flaps now. And it's way out there, so plenty of turn time. Only it's kind of shallow. So let's take it around. Hopefully I got enough battery. A little bit farther out. There we go, much better. Give myself plenty of approach. Kind of low. That'll work. It got her stopped. So the only thing it'd be better is if it had brakes, right? But the reverse thrust is working. It's getting it stopped. I'm obviously going to have to fix that one retract now. But the Viper, man, it's a lot of fun. And if you set up that reverse thrust, you can get a much shorter stop. And, you know, that's, I don't know what that distance is, but it's got to be less than 150 feet. And that's pretty awesome. You know, I can land past me and still get it stopped before it gets down there. So guys, super thankful to be out here this morning and get that reverse thrust going. Big thanks to the Lord for a beautiful, beautiful morning. I know we're supposed to have some rain later, so that was another reason I felt like I needed to get out here as quick as possible and get this recorded for you guys. I'll get that landing gear fixed. I've got a feeling like retracts are probably on back order, but we'll see what we can do. And yeah, I appreciate all your guys' support. And until next time, I'm Grandpa Gary, and I just got here.